it can't be a very long name then, like Frederick, because it will have to fit across both cheeks.
Is it not giving like PR strategy though?
And I worry about Noah because I feel like, you know, in some of their holiday TikToks, there were a lot of comments saying he doesn't want to be doing this.
What was their downstairs loo like?
Yeah. I'm borderline obsessed with Lorenzo.
Yeah, I think it's because he's negging.
But Perrie Reid didn't mince her words.
Honey, roll the tapes. Welcome to Showbiz Fix. This is your destination for the inside scoop on all our celebrity exclusives and the biggest entertainment stories you're loving this week. Lovely news as Molly and Tommy welcomed their new baby boy. There's only one question we want answering though, and it's not will Tommy Fury beat Eddie Hall? We'll also be diving into Love Island chaos after lovely Robin was dumped, making way for two hot new bombshells. Plus, we're unpacking the explosive drama between Perrie Edwards and Jesy Nelson. And we have the exclusive of who's quick-stepping their way into the Strictly ballroom. But first, let's talk all things Fury. Lottie's back, guys.
Hello.
I can't believe that you had a baby 6 months ago. And
I can.
This good.
Thank you. Last time I was sat here, I was very pregnant, but it's great to be back. Obviously, talking all things baby, Molly and Tommy, they've had a baby boy. I'm so glad we finally know the gender, but we don't know the name, do we? And
There's been so many rumours online.
Absolutely. I think, okay, I'm just going to throw it out there. I've seen a lot of rumours. I've seen a lot of chat. I think it's going to be Midas. And I don't know why, I'm just seeing it a lot. I'm seeing it around a lot. I think it's between that or kind of a similar spelling of that, because obviously she's said, hasn't she? It's kind of difficult to pronounce, and I can understand potentially why you might get it wrong.
So the clues we've had so far are difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
And what else do we know,
She
Hannah?
said that it sounds amazing with the surname Fury.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously Midas touch is like a kind of saying, isn't it? On that, I've heard Madius, and as well as Midas. But then someone slid into my DM saying, the spelling's not quite right. And she spoke about the spelling of the name, didn't she, in one of her posts?
Yeah, and she said basically, like, you can obviously see that people might spell it wrong. I've had Midas so much in my DMs, by the way, like literally the main name. And a lot of people are saying, aren't they, that this weekend, Tommy's got his massive fight with Eddie Hall. Can't wait to watch. And they think potentially they'll reveal the name on his boxing shorts, because they put Bambi on there before.
Well, it can't be a very long name then, like Frederick.
True.
Because it will have to
true.
fit across both cheeks.
Absolutely, both cheeks.
The other clue that we've had from Molly is she said, I've only ever heard one other child be called it, and it's not someone in the public eye. It's just someone I'm connected to through a friend.
Ooh. But I wonder, that surprises me that she's choosing a name of someone she kind of is linked to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that person surely when she reveals it will go, oh, that's my baby name. You've stolen it.
That does happen.
It does happen. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get a name that's completely unique. And I feel like I love with Molly that she's been very much like, you're probably going to hate it. So, you know, like Bambi, which I'm still not a mega fan of, I have to admit.
I think, though, it's really interesting how Molly has now started a new craze amongst celebs about guessing games of baby names.
Yeah.
Did you see Vogue Williams, who's pregnant, also said, oh, my baby name is really unusual. So now we're all guessing what that baby name is going to be. Like, it's quite fun and harmless for the public to play along.
Absolutely. And she's done it staggered, hasn't she? So she did the baby's been born. Then we had to wait a few days for gender. And now we're obviously waiting again for the name. But it like keeps us on our toes. I'm constantly like checking every day.
Is it not giving like PR strategy though?
I mean, but
Definitely.
that's why I think this weekend it will come out, because I think that that's like, they want, you know, it's Molly-Mae and Tommy. They're going to do it in the most, I think it's going to be a huge announcement.
Yeah.
Boy mum though, didn't see that one coming.
I just feel like it's putting too much pressure on people who just like normal names.
I know.
Why are we all like, it's a really unusual name?
Exactly.
But I feel like unusual names have become quite popular. But you've gone for quite traditional names,
I think
haven't
I'm
you?
traditional with Arthur, but maybe not so much with Aurora. I've gone Rory. But I think, yeah, I mean, I just kind of like to stay. The only thing is I've got myself in a bit of a situation now with all A names. So if I ever have another baby, it's difficult. But
It's a minefield.
It's a minefield. But I think what's going to be nice is seeing Molly be a boy mum. I can't wait to see what he looks like.
What we know from the Fury family though is things are never ordinary.
Yeah.
It's always completely off the scale. Hannah, you were all across Venezuela's wedding. And that was nothing but ordinary, was it?
It was incredible to go and sit and interview Venezuela and Paris Fury just 2 days before she walked down the aisle, age 16. The most exciting thing was going to their house in the Isle of Man and just seeing kind of how they live and how tidy it was.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
What was their downstairs loo like?
Oh, well, because it was a really long interview, we actually did go and use their toilet. It was really big and spacious. It was like, it had 2 basins. I remember that.
What kind of toilet roll? Quilted? Normal?
It was quilted and I think it was folded as well.
Of course, Paris, I feel like her attention to detail, I can imagine.
100%. And they also, because this is quite a tradition, when you go into someone's house, we offered to take our shoes off to be polite. And then they said, yes, can you?
Ooh.
And I was thinking,
And
gosh.
socks, though.
And socks. So I was like thinking, thank God I've had a pedicure. But they had heated floorboards. And I just think that screams
that's a
luxury,
touch.
doesn't it? You know?
Yeah, that's posh.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, I love stuff like this. And their wedding, I was really surprised because we'd heard from your great interview that she was going to be wearing the Crocs. But then the dress was quite traditional, wasn't it?
It was a beautiful lace number with a 50-foot trail.
That was
Incredible. But what I loved about their wedding is that they just did exactly what they want. Like she walked down the aisle wearing Gucci sunglasses to a rap song. And it was just really unapologetically them. And I thought that was really fun. And also I loved how the whole nation seemed to be tuning in for it and everyone was talking about it. So I really like that.
Well, for me, it was the live streaming.
It was and it was like a royal wedding. It was like coined the royal wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Celebs.
Yeah.
People love her.
Now Venezuela's being looked at for a reality series of her own by TV bosses, bit of a bidding war going on. My question is she just funny on TikTok or has she got enough to sustain this reality show? Because I feel like their life is actually quite ordinary.
But I think people
love that though, don't they? And I feel like people are fixated on the fact that she's obviously got incredibly famous parents, has that family link to Molly-Mae, but she's still like so normal and relatable. And I feel like watching her live in a static home, I'm not going to say caravan because obviously she's cleared that up.
A Lux static home.
Yeah. I love it. I just want to see what's next. We were saying earlier, weren't we? She does a TikTok, it gets like 10 to 20 million views and she can just be doing a dance.
And I'm actually surprised, as we were saying, that it's taken this long for her to get her own spin-off show because it's so popular on TikTok. It will be TV gold.
Yeah.
The other thing to add is that I think that she'll need a much more slimmed down camera crew because obviously we were being filmed during our interview for At Home with the Furies and there's so many of them. And when she's on her own, she's much funnier and much more off the cuff and she'll be in a different role. She'll be like newlywed vibes. In that family, she's essentially like Paris's, number 2, looking after all the babies and like washing up and things. So I think she was really excited to move out and be like, woo, I'm going to have loads of fun. I'm not going to be looking after all these children.
Does that mean you're going to be on At Home with the Furies?
I don't know. I really don't know if we'll end up on the cutting room floor because
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, potentially it could be exciting. You get a bit nervous when you're on camera though. You're like awkward and things.
Especially with your shoes and socks off.
Yeah, with my shoes and socks off. And what was quite embarrassing is Paris offered me a drink and I said, oh, yes, please. And I was thinking, oh, God, I'm going to come across as a really demanding journalist, aren't I?
No, not
yeah.
at all. What
What do you have?
Yeah.
Well, she offered filtered water. So we got like bottled water that was chilled. It was very nice. Nice water.
It's fancy at the Furies, isn't it? I just wonder whether someone that's funny in a 20-second TikTok, whether it can sustain a whole series.
I would say, for example, Princess Andre's reality series is super popular. And she's obviously got a personality and very quirky. But sometimes when you see her on the red carpet at events, she's obviously quite shy. And she's so young as well. You forget how young she is.
And I worry about Noah because I feel like, in some of their holiday TikToks, there were a lot of comments saying he doesn't want to be doing this.
No.
He did say in one of them he was a little bit hungover. But I think, will he be able to sustain the camera? She's more used to it, isn't she? But I just love their dynamic. I can't wait to see more.
So Venezuela said on TikTok, no one's going to watch my videos because they don't like Noah for some reason. Do you think that Noah has landed badly?
I don't. I don't know. It's a tricky one. I think we need to get to know him more. I don't really know him, like genuinely. And you know what our jobs are like. We see them all the time and get to know them really well. But there's something missing for me at the moment. I feel like I need to see more of him, maybe in a reality show sense. All we've seen is that kind of awkward little clip on At Home with the Furies where he asks Tyson for permission to marry Venezuela, and he comes across quite shy.
Well, potentially the most terrifying moment of his life ever thus far, right?
Tyson is terrifying. He came into the interview at one point asking if he'd cooked something because Paris was meant to cook him lunch, and he was like, is this cooked? And then she had to taste it and she was like, no, that's not cooked. But he was he's obviously so big and he has a real presence. So I can only imagine how Noah felt asking for her hand in marriage.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine? That is just really...
I know, like if he just walked in mid-interview, I'd be absolutely shaking in my boots.
I would too.
I also did something quite cheeky. Obviously, you know, as journalists, like if you have an opportunity to ask a question...
Did you go for it?
Yeah. I went for it and said, are you going to cry on the wedding day?
What did he say?
He went, I might do.
Oh. And then he just walked back out.
Then he walked off with a crowd of Netflix cameras. So I'm really worried he might be like, oh, that journalist being cheeky.
No, but he must be so used to it, mustn't he?
I absolutely love it. Okay, let's move on to a whole other reality series, Love Island, which obviously has completely taken over our lives, Lottie.
Yes.
You've escaped thus far.
Have you?
But you guys are such queens. I'm just watching you guys and breaking your exclusives.
We love
Especially
it.
you've been doing all of the kind of gossip from the villa. It's been incredible.
I do gossip.
Yeah,
Lottie
and I
does
do like the
debriefs.
opinions and the debriefs.
Yeah.
There's so much to debrief on.
This series so far, I was saying this to you, Hannah, now's a really good time to get in because we've got some proper couples, we've got 3 or 4 triangles, and now we've got like beef. So it's getting going now, guys. We're what, 2 weeks in? I also revealed this morning that we've had a dumping.
I saw, and I think I know. Obviously, I'm not going to say who I think, but I think I know who it is.
You can tell me who you think it might be.
I think it might be, because you said, right, didn't you? It was an OG and a bombshell.
Yeah.
So Opie.
I'm going to go like this because I'm not allowed to give anything away.
Opie, and I've actually forgot who he's with, but I know he's with a bombshell.
Victoria.
Victoria. So Opie and Victoria.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
So at the minute, the villa action is still so far behind what we're seeing on screen.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I have noticed, and I haven't been watching avidly, but it does feel like the turnover of contestants is higher than normal at this stage. And it's a shame because you don't get a chance to get to know and like the contestants.
Well, at the minute, there's something like 20 in there or
Yeah, it's a
something.
lot.
That's a lot for this stage in the competition, right? Has anyone... what's the word? Gone the whole way yet?
No bits have been done as yet, Hannah. Everyone's been a bit reserved. We've just really had Lola and Sean who are locked off. But what I wanted to talk about is how we've now got Islanders outside the villa. And that's when things get really good because they start to tell us what we've not seen. And George, for example, when he was in this very studio earlier this week, said that Lorenzo in real life is completely different to the Lorenzo we're seeing.
In what way?
Great chat, amazing, funny, centre of attention. Everybody loves him. And he was like, it's just when he talks to the girls, it's just not translating.
I can totally see this, right? Because I saw an unseen, Love Island unseen bits on Saturday. Him and Ellie, the most sweet, playful connection to the point where I personally am shipping them two together. I think they'll get together and it's going to be like the long game. But he just seems so fun and cute. And the way he's being portrayed is like he's literally like the Rock, as they're calling him.
Yeah. George is like borderline obsessed with him. Really? I was like, it's giving fanboy.
Oh my God. I'm borderline obsessed with Lorenzo.
Yeah. I think it's because he's negging.
Yeah.
He's got a very dry sense of humour, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which in real life can be really funny and a real turn on.
Yeah.
But on screen, it's a red flag.
Yeah. So when as older gals were dating, that was flirting. Like someone was mean to you and you'd
be like, ooh.
Yeah. And I don't think the girls quite get, like Jasmine is not used to that.
No.
And it's just like none of the girls quite understand it. And I was like, you get Lorenzo outside of that villa.
Yeah.
Potentially with an older gal, not necessarily volunteering myself.
I saw that gym video.
I have one question for you though, Lottie.
Go on.
If you had the choice of Kavan or Aiden, which brother are you choosing?
Kavan. Like, hands down, when he walked in, again, engaged, but I was like, that is a good-looking chap. Like, he's 21 though, so it's a little bit awkward, but he is so fit. I'm sorry. Aiden, I don't know, like I'm not a fan of his personality.
Who are your followers preferring?
They are preferring Cavan, I would say. I think a lot of them think he's like a young Joey, like Joey Essex, and he's got that like cheeky chappy thing. Obviously, he says he's not a player, but I think he might be. I think we're going to see it, like that side of him.
I just love how he keeps doing this thing, Hannah, where he'll have a convo with a girl and then he'll say the girl started the convo.
Oh, that's lying.
Yeah. So he's basically like, essentially said to Ellie, I'm still into you. And then Ellie was like, okay, well, the door's kind of open. And then he went off to someone else and said, she said that she was still into me. And I'm like, honey, roll the tape.
Aiden and Ellie, that's unfinished business though, isn't it?
Defo.
100%.
Basically, Hannah, what you need to get from this is you need to start watching.
I'm going to
watching
tune in.
it?
I haven't been watching as avidly as you
goodness.
both, but you've actually given me a really good update and I'm kind of waiting with bated breath.
There
I'm
you
looking forward to tonight with the fight.
The spice,
big
yeah, I
fight.
know. Right, let's move on to Perrie Edwards because 2 reasons she's been back in the news this week. The first is that her and Alex are getting married this week.
So exciting.
Her and Alex are sneaking off for a private, low-key wedding in Portugal this week. We know that Leanne and Jade are going to be there, but obviously not Jesy because the beef this week on Jamie Lang's podcast that she spilled. Hannah, you know all about this.
Well, Perrie Edwards sat down with Jamie Lang for the Great Company podcast and really let rip on her feelings about former bandmate Jesy Nelson. Now, Jessy's obviously put her side of the story across on her Amazon reality show, Life After Little Mix. But Perrie really didn't mince her words. She said that she was fed up with her not taking accountability. She said that she felt she'd done everything she could for her during their time together in the band. And then she finally said that if someone hurts her, she's very good at cutting them off. But almost immediately after that clip dropped, Jesy Nelson's sister Jade posted a long post defending Jesy and saying a lot more could be said. And she was clearly quite angry and upset. And obviously we know Jesy is going through a really tough time.
I was about to say she's got a lot going on, so it seems a bit of a weird. I love Perrie, but it seems a bit of a strange time.
So what's going on with Jesy then, with her babies?
Well, obviously, yeah, to her 2 babies, we know that they're, ill, and she's having to kind of take on a massive role as like essentially a nurse, isn't she, and a full-time carer for them. And that's why I just think, seeing all of this come out now, I love Perrie, but it's just a strange timed thing, I think. But I do think Jessy's quite outspoken normally on social media, isn't she? So I wouldn't be surprised if she maybe says something back.
And she's filming currently the 2nd series of her show at the moment. So we may see her reaction to that on the filming of the show. So that could be really interesting. I think it's just such a shame because what Little Mix achieved as a girl band was so incredible. Like they had success worldwide and their music was genuinely really, really good.
Yeah.
So it's such a shame that there is still so much bad blood allegedly between them. So I really hope that maybe they can meet up privately and fix it. But I don't think we're going to be seeing this sorted anytime soon.
No, I know. I sometimes think, she says, sat here on a podcast, these podcasts just stir up so much drama,
Literally,
don't they?
Yeah, exactly. And I just think Jamie Lang's in particular, people say some stuff on there, don't they?
Yeah, he's good at interviewing people.
Very good at interviewing people.
I think Jamie Lang's and Paul C. Brunson's are the one where the guests are called on to reveal something.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting, that if we'd been in that interview as a journalist, the PR would have immediately jump in and be like, 100%. Don't go there. But you can't do that on a podcast when it's being filmed. Yeah. So potentially the management and PR could be going, oh God, what's she saying? What's she saying?
And it's said now.
That's what they're saying in my ear. Lottie's PR's like...
no, I've said too much about Lorenzo. Cancelled.
It's not a good look. Oh, that's so funny. Well, as you say, time will tell.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly no one is staying tight-lipped on this one anymore, are they? Eek. Let's move on to sparklier things. Now, what people might remember is that Lottie and Hannah used to do a show at The Sun. Was it Strictly Secrets?
Strictly, the most iconic show ever. Apart from this one, what a show.
It was very makeshift though.
It was
basically us 2 in a cupboard with a sequined tablecloth.
And little disco balls that we threw on. Yeah, I loved it.
So I'm calling this a reboot.
Yes.
Welcome to the reboot of Strictly Secrets. Hannah, let's talk about Lacey Turner. Jenner, who has now been confirmed. This was your Fab exclusive.
Yeah, so we obviously get exclusives on who is taking part in Strictly, and we revealed in The Sun on Sunday a couple of weeks ago that EastEnders legend Lacey Turner was doing it after having talks last year but deciding not to concentrate on motherhood. She's got 3 kids. And then Strictly have now confirmed it. But what's quite exciting and interesting is it's really early days for Strictly to be doing these announcements. They've just confirmed Danny Dyer, who obviously had to step out last year because of an injury that Ellie Henman wrote about, again, just a couple of weeks ago, and they've now confirmed her. So, yeah, it's happening thick and fast.
I'm excited for Danny to be back, I tell you that. And we were chatting, weren't we, who's she going to be partnered up with? Potentially Nikita, the same one that she was in the first place. But
that makes sense.
That would make a lot of sense. But I'd quite like to see her with someone else as well. Like, I don't know.
Oh, really? Like
I don't know.
Well,
like
you made the point that when Jamie Lang came back, he wasn't paired with the same
Exactly,
team.
yeah.
It depends all on the heights of them all as well, because it's actually quite a kind of mathematical nightmare. They've got to make sure that they've got people who match the same heights of the dancers. So, for example, Lacey Turner is 5'3". So I imagine she could go with someone like Vito, and I actually would love to see Lacey and Vito together because they could go really far.
Yeah, I love.
Why are they announcing them early, do we think? Like, why now?
I don't know, maybe they've just confirmed the hosts. Maybe they want to get the ball rolling sooner, up the ante, the glitter ball rolling sooner. Love that. But also, we know that they're doing a rebrand this year. Like, they've changed the logo.
Yeah.
They might be changing this set a little bit.
They want like big, was it Rod's exclusive where they want those like big televised screens in the background? And they needed to do something like that, didn't they? I feel like, but are we still going to have like a bit of a Clauditorium vibe though?
I think so.
Yeah. I think that's what Rod was hearing.
Yay.
And yeah, we'll see. But actually, Janine Yakub, our colleague, has a Strictly name that she is revealing, which she is kindly letting me mention on Showbiz Fix. Jake Quickenden.
Oh, nice.
So Jake is in advanced talks.
Okay.
So we're not maybe quite confirmed, but he basically, the background on this is he had always been desperate to do Strictly because he'd done Dancing on Ice. He was always thinking it's not going to happen. And obviously he's done The Jungle as well.
Yes.
And I don't think there's anyone that's ever done
all of them.
The holy trinity of reality
shows. It's like
shows.
the EGOT of reality shows.
He is a man of the
isn't
screen,
it?
and he's just split right from his wife. So I feel like this is something good for him to throw his attention into as like a nice, fun distraction.
So we're really building the squad already.
Yeah.
But we also know they've obviously done a huge axing a lot of the professional dancers. We've seen Karen, Howago, Nadia Bichkova. Imagine if they pair Jake with one of the hot new younger dancers.
First Strictly romance of the series already.
I know, maybe we're getting a bit carried away.
Yeah, you would definitely get carried away. This is why Strictly Secrets got axed.
They never came back. Oh my gosh.
No, we've rebooted it, guys. We've rebooted it. It's fine. I've got totally random signing news. This isn't to do with Strictly, but we did talk about Vogue Williams earlier. Excitingly, Vogue and Joanne McNally are doing Celebrity Gogglebox this week.
Oh, I love those two. That's such a smart move from Channel 4.
Yes.
Vogue's so fun, isn't she? I love her.
And I was just like, this is really fun. I feel like the names that they've had so far for Celeb Gogglebox have been super fun. So there was George Clark off of Strictly last year, of course, and Max Belegde. They had Olivia Atwood and her mum.
Oh, that's 10 out of 10.
I just love that they...
Big personalities.
I think that they really go for innovative signings.
Yeah.
It's not the norms. It's not Rob and Romesh, is it?
Yeah.
Love them, but...
Love them.
But it's people that you want to know what they're really gossiping about. Like Joanne and Vogue have got such an amazing rapport and they're bezies in real life.
Yeah.
So I bet you kind of think, I wonder what they're going to react to on this TV show.
Yeah, defo. I absolutely love it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Bin or Binge. Lottie, do you remember how to do this?
I think so. I say my bin and then I say what it is and then is that
Stunning,
it? Yeah.
stunning. Okay.
So this week I am binning anyone else with the surname Murphy coming on Love Island. We've had 3, okay? So we've got Cavan, Aidan, and then the new guy, Tommy.
Yeah.
And then potentially, obviously, reportedly, Charlene might be going in. That's the 4th. So I'm not bidding Charlene, but I'm bidding the name.
Yeah. Love.
There we go. And Binge, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the last episode of Rivals for season 2, and one of the best pieces of TV I've ever watched in my entire life. Ever. Like, I was glued to the screen, so that's my binge.
Oh, love.
My Binge is another TV show, Netflix series, The Boroughs. It's essentially Stranger Things for older people, but don't let that put you off. I think we're all about the grey. The grey is the new black. You know, we're all about the older star. I don't know if anyone watched Hacks with Jean Smart. It's so good. So yeah, give The Boroughs a watch, especially.
I didn't like The Boroughs.
Oh no, why?
Yeah, I just felt like it was.
I've never seen
like
it.
you say, it's Stranger Things with old people, and I was like, I've seen this before.
Right. I don't know. It kind of has that nostalgic feel to it, which, I mean, I'm a bit older as well, so maybe that's why I liked it.
It would be boring if we all liked the same things.
True.
Absolutely.
True
Yeah. And my bin is a little bit lame, but girls, it's the weather. I cannot cope with the sun, then the rain, and then
I want
the
to be
sun
in Mallorca
again.
in that Love Island villa
Yeah,
instead.
it's making getting ready for the day just too tough.
Yeah,
So,
hard.
What about you?
I am binning, and this is quite niche. Ladies of a certain age will remember. Do you remember when we all had those American Apparel disco pants?
Yeah.
And they were really hard to wear. You had to be stick thin and have a great body. Otherwise, it all looked a bit wrong. Olivia Rodrigo is bringing them back.
Oh,
The
now
other
we all
day
have to buy some.
The other day at a festival, she had like the short version on, which is even harder to wear. So I'm just like, Olivia, please. I can't. I couldn't do it the first time round. I can't do it this time round.
Like when Molly-Mae brought back ballet pumps, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't. I
know.
I get it.
But you know, maybe I'll leave that to the cool people. And then I'm binging. Obviously, Taylor Swift has got this lovely new song in Toy Story. She's now, we think, maybe edging one step closer to having an EGOT, which for a singer is amazing. So she's got the Emmy, she's got the Grammy. This could be her Oscar bid. So every song from Toy Story so far has been nominated for Best Original Song. So we know she's a strategic galley. We know what she's like. And then Andrew Lloyd Webber has already said that he'd love to work with her. So that could be her Tony.
That's so good.
Love that.
Controversial. I don't like the song that much. You guys are both looking at me like, what is going on?
It would be boring if we all thought the same.
Yeah, there's something about it. I can't get into it. But I love her. I love her.
Well, I just think, so I think that Hal was on here recently binning her. So I thought I'd binge her.
Binge it.
No, I know. So there we go.
There we go.
That's your Showbiz Fix for this week. Remember to subscribe to us here on the Sun Showbiz YouTube channel for all the inside TV and celebrity gossip. See you next week.